Greetings and welcome to Survival Vacancy. I'm KatherineOfSky. So this is a game I've been looking at for a while, playing and offering feedback directly to the developer, and I'm very grateful that they offered to sponsor me for this series. So huge thank you to MindLeak for the key and for sponsoring the first 3 episodes. So Survival Vacancy is a game in early access. It's a 2D factory building game, but 2D in the way that Terraria is 2D. We're tasked with building a shelter for survivors of some global disaster that really hasn't been talked about. We need to mine, craft, farm, and automate to build an underground sieve for as many survivors as possible. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, before we get started, we can see here that we have many things that you've probably been reading while I've been talking, so I'm not going to go over that. But let's go ahead and start a brand new game. So the tutorial loads automatically on starting a new map, which is great because I kind of forget about stuff. So we're here in the middle of the screen. We have the first thing is all of the movement commands and stuff like that. If we try to get out of this crater, which definitely is a crater, we can't fly higher than this. This is the highest we can fly. And we have this great big billboard saying Survival Vacancy. And this is the farthest we can go on this side. So we're kind of out of luck. Now this area here is the only break in this really tough stuff. Ground dig level is too high. So for whatever this is, this crust is just too hard for us to get through. So we've arrived on this random map, and it's always randomly generated whenever you come in here. Oh my gosh, this is lucky. Look what we found. We found some iron ore. And anyway, I'll try to kind of go through the tutorial bits as we see them. WASD for movement, spacebar, and W both go up. So usually I'll hit the spacebar because I feel like it's a jump thing. Tab to open inventory. As we kind of dig through this stuff, you'll notice more stuff getting into our inventory here. And it says different terrains produce different items. So this stuff with these sort of blue globules in them, these produce iron ore primarily. Now if we get to that purpley stuff, that is going to give us some copper, I believe. Oh no, looks like this one also produces some of those iron ore bits. Maybe I got confused there, but yeah, we need both iron and copper initially, and we also need some green stuff. So this is kind of great that we have them all within reach. The green stuff is going to produce algae, which is a food item that we can get. So okay, let's see. Next, you need to use your engineering skills with the available resources to start making useful things that will help in building your community. So you do actually get people here, and they do need to go to work. You can give them jobs and stuff like this. So now we need to craft an excavator to extract the ores. So we can press tab to open our inventory. Let's just go ahead and put our manual maker here on the ground. You right click it. I'm not sure if I really like this right now. I feel like left click is a good option, but I'm still getting used to like seeing how the game feels and stuff like this. And by the way, the developer is super helpful, really nice. I actually played one of his previous games, which I think was Factory Engineer, and that was such a cool game. But anyway, so always feel free to email or join. I think he's on Discord, and offer your suggestions for the game because it's looking pretty darn cool so far as I've played so far. Okay, so we need to, this is one thing that I would love to see changed is when you click on a building or click on a machine, you always get the information. And I don't really care about this. I want to know what I can do with it. So I would prefer that to be like this to be the default option so you can just go straight into making stuff. Having said that, let's go ahead and make stuff. So let's see, where is the excavator? There it is, right here. So craft time of 3, we can click this. So the current craft time is 24. And what that means is that the excavator has to craft all the components, an axle, which is composed of an iron ingot, and let's see, another iron ingot, and a ball bearings, which is also composed of an iron ingot. And I can't see the scroll bar. Valve, which is composed of a copper ingot and another copper ingot, and then we have conductor, which is also composed. So there are many different things that go into making this excavator, like a massive stuff. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to make maybe 6 for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this was, oh, well, that's cool. So after you go above 5, you go to 10, which I think is a great thing. So that was one of the things that I suggested, is the ability to queue multiples, because you can see how long the craft time is, and also the ability to walk away from this thing. Because before you had to stand right next to it for it to craft. But now we can go on and keep on digging the rest of the stuff. So this green stuff is algae, and we're going to get some of that right there in our inventory. But we also want to find a deposit that's on the walls. So the cool thing is the excavators are deposited directly in our inventory, which I'm very happy about, because that means we can just set them up. So let's go ahead and get one set up. Right click it again, and we will... I guess it doesn't matter where it goes. We'll put one right there. And as you see, it operates if we are nearby, because we seem to have this, like, we sort of manually operate the thing. However, the next thing we're going to do is, guess what? We're going to make some power sources. Oh, we need iron. Darn it. Okay, so let's go and grab some iron from these. We can also add more excavators. Do we have another one yet? No, not yet. But we need the iron in order for this to keep on working. So as you see, we only have 5 iron ore in here. But we can just click it and it will deposit all the ore into our inventory. And then this thing automatically draws from that, which is kind of nice. Let's see, do we have another one yet? Yep, we do. Let's go and click this one and also put it over here. And then we can just get both of them, kind of manually operate both. We're using both hands, swinging them wildly. So the game start is a bit slow, but that's okay. We're gonna get there, because this game has conveyor belts and it has production chains, and it's kind of fun. It really is very different and very interesting. So we don't probably need to do all of these at once. Let's see, we have one left. I'll just finish that other one, the 1-1. Okay, let's click this one so we can can we stand between them? No. Yes, we can. Maybe. No? Oh, we have 10. That's why. We have 10. That's why it won't work. But yeah, you have to be close enough to both of them. So the next thing that I want to make here is we're going to make a, let's see, a tiny power station. But we need a wind battery generator. Yes. Let's get 2 of these. Let's make 2 of those. We need more copper for this, though. Just make sure that we have enough. Just click these guys. And can we stick this one over there? Nope. Yep. Let's move these guys. We can move these to the right-hand patches and then power all of them at the same time, I think. So we're pretending we have tentacles, like Katherine. Well, Katherine doesn't pretend. He just has tentacles. I mean, yes. Never mind. We have 4 arms, or maybe we're whacking our legs at these things as well to power them all, and it'll be good. So. Did we get our things? We got 2. Excellent. Now the next thing we want to get is tiny power stations. So, oh yes, and it's going to, of course, tell us all the things. Yes, there we are. We're actually blazing right through this. Let's get these things crafting and we'll talk about the tutorial here. Okay, excavators, put them on the ore deposits. Yes, great. So they need electricity to work. This is important to note, and they can only hold 10 items. As you can see, that's why we got to keep on clicking them. But later we can automate this. This is very much like the early stages of Factorio. Okay, so any machine or structure can be deconstructed by right-clicking, as we did with the excavators. Okay, there we are. So we need to generate electricity. So firstly, we crafted the wind battery generators, which we have right there. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we need to place the wind generator on the surface, because that's where you might have wind. Right click this and put it here, and then put the next one next to it. There's no, we kind of need them close together so that we can put as many as we can on the surface, because there's limited surface area at the moment. Okay, so it will start working and generate wind batteries. You can transfer them to your inventory. You just click them like this. And then we need to convert these batteries to electrical power with the power stations. And that's where these tiny power stations come in. And they need a structure support to be placed. So let's go ahead. I forgot to get some structure things. What we could do is get a... Is it basic component maker? Let's see if I can make one of these. Maybe. It's going to take forever, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We need one of these things to convert the stone into structural support thingies. Let's go around this thing. Luckily, the basic crafter can just be on the ground. But for a lot of other things, we have to put them on support structures. So I'm hoping to like get a structure thingy made. Let's see, is it done yet? Hello? Are we there yet? Yes, we are. We're now there. Let's click this. No, it also needs to be on a thingy-majingy. No! Okay, let's go ahead and get support structures. Let's make a few. Maybe like 20. That should be enough. Okay, so now I've excavated too far. So I'm actually too far from these upper ones. That's not ideal. Definitely not ideal. But it's okay, we'll get there. We have lots of batteries from this, and we need to put them in those things. So I think we've gotten all of our structure supports. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete these things and remove our manual crafter. I think we can put it, maybe we'll put it out. I don't know. Okay, these guys, let's start off with these. So these are 2 tiles high. And I do want to have a conveyor line above that. So we're going to go ahead and put our structure supports here, like this. I'm going to put these guys quite close together, like this. Actually, we'll put all these down on there. Now these structure supports, they can stick to the walls. It just happens to be that they are standing on the ground because that's the height I wanted them at. But yeah, you can kind of glue them to the walls. Kind of like in Terraria, how you can glue those like little wooden platforms and stairs, make stairs out of them and that kind of thing. So yeah, it is all good. All right, there we go. So let's get these organized. Oh, you know, the other thing we need is I want to get these made. Basic component maker. Let's play. Oh, not that. No. Manual crafter. No. Come on. Manual maker. There we go. I want to make some power lines because that's going to be the next stage that we're going to go to. So we're going to like, I love how it goes up by 5s. This is so good. Okay, let's make 50 of them. And then we'll finish placing these guys. Tiny power stations. We have 2 more. I made 4. And these guys are getting overloaded. So we need to make something else in our little repertoire of stuffs. We are getting some power connectors. It's a very, very slow process to get these power connectors. I'm wondering, maybe I should, instead of making all these power connectors, maybe I just should get some smelters going on. Let's click this, go back. At least it'll be a bit faster. Let's see, basic smelter. Yes, we want 2 of these. We'll set them both up for iron and copper. Yes, iron and copper. And that will hopefully work a bit better. But our main goal is to get these carrier rails. And those are, I believe they're crafted with iron ingots. And so that we can get some things starting to be automated. We need carrier rails and then the carriers, which are like little claws and they grab stuff and they take it along the rail. It's quite cool, actually. Okay, so let's set up one thing here. We can set up a... You know what? I'm just going to delete some of this space. I want to put both smelters on a platform that I can stand on as well. And so they also won't be blocked. Let's see, there we go. Because as long as I'm standing here, they'll work. Oh, no, it's not high enough. No! Sadness. Okay. Just put it one higher then. They do take a while to deconstruct. And while this is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start making, I don't know, a few carrier rails. Sure. 10 of them. Sure. Right, let's get these back and put them higher. Just wanted to have this as a reference point. I was afraid those smelters would be too tall, but they're actually the right height that we want. Smelter. There we go. Okay, so these guys can start crafting immediately in this case. let's click these, and then we'll click these guys. This will be copper. And just shove all the copper in there that it wants. Ah, but it's not great because because it can only hold a couple at a time, which is a bit annoying until we get boxes. So yeah, that's not ideal. I forgot about that we have to feed it through boxes instead. We'd have 3 bars now. That's good. Anyway, let's see. We've got 2 left, or 1 left crafting now. And yeah, we can start laying some power lines. Okay, so while that's happening, I want to select a couple of small storage boxes. Let's make 10. Sure, that's a couple. So anyway, what we can do is if you click on the power station, it will show you the thing, how much efficiency it has and how much stored energy it already has. So we want to click the little boxes, wind batteries, into here. And it processes them into available energy. So it has 1,000 joules now. And then we go again, and then we can have another 1,000 joules. So that is something that we can definitely use for this. Now what we want to do with these batteries is get these on a little track. I think this will be enough if we have a carrier rail this way. And I'm just going to do 4 tiny segments here. Oh, darn it. We need... No, I forgot the other thing we need. Okay, let that finish. And then we'll do the carrier claws. Let's have 2 at least. So the carrier rail is kind of like... Well, it's like a rail. And the claws attach to it and go around... and drop off items and pick them up. And you adjust the dropping off and the picking up within the actual machine itself. It's kind of a funky thing, but it's very different. And I kind of am interested in how that works. Okay, so this thing, it basically is sparkly because it has 2,000 joules. It has energy. So we're going to take the carrier. We're going to put the carrier claw on the rail. So you see it moving around. Now it's not actually doing anything because we don't have it set to do anything. So what we want to do is double click one of these wind generators, and we're going to output. You see there's input arrows and output. Oh, and there it goes. You see it's carrying 1 little energy module, but it's not going to do anything with it until we tell it to go in somewhere. So if we double click this guy and say load in, or actually we could do the load in from either side, it doesn't matter, then it's going to grip it from there. Yay. And then so this one is going to... There it is. It's processed its first bit of energy. So let's assign all of these to here. Actually, we'll do multiple arrows on these guys so that they, if it's missed on a rail or if one of these guys picks it up, then they can put another one on if there are multiple stored. There we go. And here. Now, all this energy is just kind of hanging out right now. But we need to, let's put a second claw on the rail as well. So there it goes. Yay. Nice. Yeah, we need to actually distribute this energy. We want to make, let's make 2 more claws for, well, actually, while you're at it, machine, why don't you make several, like 1, 2, several, that kind of counting? You know, this is the KOS channel. So, all right, we need to do something about these machines because they're not working unless I'm like literally manually operating them with my tentacles. So that's not good. What I want to do here, this is kind of a temporary setup right now because I know that I'm going to need to use this area for more wind generators. I'm pretty sure about this until we get better technology in the game. So I'm thinking that I might remove, or the other thing is to use this deposit because we're not actually building here yet. And these are finite amounts. Like this is 465, this is 440. So what I think I want to do is just use the ones at the top and then we'll replace them later or, you know, renew them later. I think we'll move down these guys. So we're kind of looking at getting a more sort of permanent setup here-ish. Well, permanent in quotation marks, I should say, because all of these things, they move. They move a lot. Now, did we get our boxes? We did get 2 small storage boxes, which is not a lot. But that's okay, we'll get there. Now the cool thing about storage boxes is that they can float on, or you can stick them to the side of the wall. Maybe we'll just call it that. And we need to have a rail in between these areas. Oh gee, I'm out of rails. Okay. All right, so no more claws. Sorry, we've gone above and beyond on the claw thing. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and let's wait for it to finish doing this claw. And that way it'll enable us to make a few more carrier rails. Come on, claw. Go, 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 go. Hurry. Let's go. Okay. Claw rails. Let's make 10. Sure, 20. Just make as many as you can until we get there. So for now, what I want to do is we want to destroy some of this area so that we have enough room to do what we want to do. Okay. All right, excellent. Okay, I want to have a rail here. And then one down here at the very least. Maybe here. Let's just do 2. We'll do 2. And then we'll do the same for the copper. Let's put our box here for copper. We'll need some more boxes after this, but that's okay. We're just doing well. Let's get a claw on each one of these. There we go. Okay, there's our rails. Claw. Hooray! Okay, let's set these things up as well. So iron ore is going to output. Now it can't output directly into a box. But that's okay. This one, we need input and then output. So this one is waiting to go to a smelter, and we're going to do the same with these guys. So, oopsies. Nope, nope, misclick. There we go. Click this one, output. This one also output. Okay, so now we have these waiting to go into smelters. So let's look at our setup here. Where did is it here? Yeah, there it is. So this is the highest or the lowest it can be, kind of. I think we can put it here. Sure. Just trying to like decide how high these little tiles need to go. Probably there is good. Now it's okay if we cover this stuff up. We might uncover it later, or we might just use it as it is. So basic smelters, let's get those organized. And then we need a couple more boxes. So let's go get boxes made. Go. Alrighty, 2 more. Oopsies. Let's see, box. Yeah, there we are. I right-clicked it accidentally. Need 6 copper ore. Oh no. Okay, let's make 10 boxes because we need a few. Okay, so these, we have some copper ore, but I have, of course, slightly forgotten to do the power part. So let's do that. We have some power connectors. Let's, so you can rotate. With R, you can choose the different types. I found it annoying to just use the regular ones because there are so many variations and it kind of goes around through the whole thing. So I'm just going to use the cross ones and then call it good. So we're going to take these cross ones through here, and they make their own lineup as it is. So I need more. I need more. Let's see. We need these thingies. Please make a bunch of 15. Sure, that sounds reasonable. We need more than 15, I think, though. Oh, nope. There we go. Your jetpack can run out of energy. So, okay, let's see if we can just hang out above here. It's right here. You can see the jetpack energy right over there. So, this is going to be making those. This is going to be making those. Do I have more power thingies? We have 5. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now look at this. They're all running. Hooray! Now all we need to do is get them carried on down lower. Okay, keep making. probably out of copper. Yes, we're out of copper. No. Okay, that will do it though. Yep, and it's working again. Fantastic. I might move this thing over here instead. Let's just delete it from here. And move it close to where we're working. Closer, anyway. Let's just make a little space so it's easier for us to get out. So, manual maker, shove that there. Oh wow, look at this. It remembered what it was doing. That's unexpected. That's pretty cool. I like this. Okay, so small storage box. We're gonna have this here. Now, you might wonder why I am doing really small setups. And a lot of that is because these little patches run out and the claws are really, really slow. So initially we're gonna wanna just get stuff up and running as best as we can. So that's what I'm kind of doing at the moment. So I'm gonna just turn this one there and that one there. And we need another box for right there, and we need 2 claws as well. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Let's, we need, how much do we have power? Oh, we still don't have any power lines. All right, that's okay. We can raid the box, and that will get us making stuff. Hooray. So this is, do we not have any of this stuff? Oh, you know what? We forgot to do an intake here. Yep, there we go. Taking that stuff in. Same thing here. Good. Okay, I was like, why is this not working? And then that's why it's not working. At least it can do some work for us. It's nice. Very nice. Okay, so this will work too if I stand here and wait for it. So these need 2 pieces of ore per craft. And we're going to work on getting more claws because that's going to help us increase our production significantly. Oh, look at this. This is great. So how's this doing? We still have 9 crafting left on this one. We can go ahead and use these, and maybe we won't need that much. Let's take this up and then across. Yep, that doesn't work well. Oh, that I'm not a fan of. The whole, like, it not connecting. By default, it would be nice. So there we go. There is our thingy-majingy here. We have power to all of these. We no longer have to stand here, which is great. Okay, we're making 3 more of these. I think we're done with power. We don't actually need any more. So let's change to claws. No, box first. Let's get 1. Okay. Hello. Oh, it's night. It is night. So you might be wondering, like, is there anything dangerous in this game? So one of the first updates to the game were to add these mutants, which is kind of like a little bit of tower defense. So eventually we're gonna have to protect our wind makers over there, or energy makers, from attacks from the surface. That's a bit dangerous, I have to say. It's very naughty. It's like, no. Okay, we got our box, I think. Maybe? Maybe? No? Hello? Did I make the box? Need 2 iron ore. Oh, sorry. We did not make the box. Let's grab these bits in. And then we'll also grab these here. We have other stuff that we can grab. There is a tech tree as well, which we can't really get into until we actually get colonists in here. So improved mining, level up your drill power, dig level 2 ground, unlock advanced excavator, unlock advanced builder. So we need to have 10 survivors and then 100 blueprints. So if you've played Factorio or other games like this, the blueprints are kind of like the science flasks. You have to craft them and then you feed them to a science lab and that will process them. Okay, so what else do we need here? We probably need, let's see, box. Did I get the box? There's the box. Box, yes. So, claws. We need a bunch of. We need like many. 10. Sure. Sure, 10. We'll have 10. So now these guys are actually using their power. This one is really using its power. But over time, and as you get more machines, you know, the load on the electricity system increases. So you kind of have to be careful and increase your power as you go along. Okay, so here we have these guys. We just need a claw to put them into their boxes. So let's get one here. Okay, So this one we're going to tell it to output here, not to the second one, make sure. And this one will grip from here. We'll do the same on this one just for the opposite side. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to definitely have iron and copper made. This is so good. Let's see, is this working? We're doing good? And we definitely need 2 claws on this line here. Now, one of the things that I haven't seen in the game is if there's an ability to like upgrade your claws. It might be here. Advanced Industries, Chemical Lab, Advanced Component Builder. There's farming, small greenhouses, seed hunters. Oh, that sounds great. I've heard about these seeds. They enable you to not rely on those algae outcrops so that you can just plant your own stuff. Let's see. Transporter, large storage, filtered storage. Then there's radiation management, improved shelter. Oh, relocation's coming soon. There's a lamp. Let's see. Power substation, battery workshop, radiation stabilizer, air purifier, recycling machine, med bay, and health recovery. Bills. Interesting. Yeah, you can see there's a radiation thing here. I have no idea exactly how this works, but clearly the surface is completely borked. We do not want to stay there. But it looks like underground there are spots too that have radiation. Maybe it's the... What biome is this? Oh, the green stuff. Huh. Really, KOS, the green stuff is radiation. Never could guess. Well, the funny thing is that the algae comes from the green stuff. So we're basically eating irradiated food. I think there we go. Right there. Algae deposit, 469. So yeah, yay. Yay. Okay. Claws. Hello. Okay, let's go. Let's put these on our lines here. Now, the machines only store... I'm not sure if they store any extra. I don't think they store extra. Oh, this one is too full, so let's put one there. Good, good. Excellent. Look at this. This is great. So, obviously, these things can reach 2 tiles away, but no further than that. So, it is definitely a game about logistics and how you plan your base and how you get stuff going. It seems to me like there's these very small deposits would really encourage like local crafting of stuff. So we're going to locally craft quite a lot of things here. The first thing I think we need to make, and I guess we'll wait to finish this craft here. And then we're going to make a basic component maker. Let's get that done. Okay, so there we go. We have a basic builder and then a component maker, which is, I'm not used to all the icons yet. There it is. Okay, let's make, say 3 of these maybe. So this thing makes intermediate products, kind of like you'd find green circuits in Factorio or other games. Things that go into other things that are not finished products in and of themselves. So they'll make stuff like basic circuits, bearings, axles, conductors, copper, not copper ingots. The ingots are made at the smelters, springs, and then things like the storage boxes and the smelters and the basic shelters, wherever those are probably only being able to be made via... We need more copper ore. Okay, let's grab some of that. Though some of them are only available to be crafted by machines. So that's kind of important to note. It's interesting. Does it need actual raw copper ore? No, it just needed ingots for that. So I guess I could have gotten ingots. Anyway, all right, so we have some more claws on the line. Do we want more? Probably. We can probably put more here to hurry up the excavation of these areas there. Let's get those going. Okay, these are just performing like a beast. They're really going quickly. Very, very nice. Let's grab these. Nice. Okay, great. But I want to make sure that we know what our machines can do. And I also want to do one more thing. Oh no, I made too many of those, darn it. Let's get rid of this. And I want to put down some flooring. Maybe here? I feel like we're already having like levels happening here. It's quite cool in a way. Let's put our basic maker, manual maker down here now. Just like always moving this thing around. What do we want to make? Got the basic component maker, right? Yeah, we have 4 of those. And I was like, wait a second, we should have only made 2. But we'll make 2 of these. The basic builder. That makes the finished products. All right, let's excavate some more of this area. There we go. Okay. And I want to make, let's see, structure supports here. And I want to get our component maker right there. All right, can this make the structure supports? No, I don't think so. They look like little blocks. All right, that's not going to work then. We need to get these guys 1 level lower, or possibly more. These do take a very long time to disassemble. Okay. Oh, it looks like the tutorial has plans for us. Whoops, we kind of forgot to follow the tutorial. Okay, so this goes there. Let's see. Can it build us those blocks? Yeah, structure supports. Craft time 4. This is what we want. We need to build this out a tiny bit. Well, we don't technically need to build it out at all. We can actually remove this thing. What we do need is we need 2 boxes. Let's grab some of these ingots. This is so great now that we have automation. We're actually getting stuff fairly quickly here, getting it to work. And these little buffer boxes are extremely handy. I really, really like them for moving things quickly from machine to machine because the claws are very, very slow. And what's going on over here? Are we really losing energy? Yeah, look at this. I think we may need another wind generator or 2. Let's go and build some of those. Let's build a couple of those. Okay, so we've got our boxes. Let's set these guys up. Put one here and then one there. Let's put the finished product here. Okay, and then we'll get our rails. No, we're out of rails? Oh, come on, game, please. There's so many like items you kind of have to set up initially. Okay, there we go. So these are going pretty fast because we don't need to craft things separately. Notice I'm putting them sideways like this so that they don't intersect with each other because I don't want them to intersect. So this one is going to be our finished product. So we're going to say take from here, and this one is going to give to there. This one is going to push out to there. And this one's going to receive from here. So we're going to choose this one to do, yeah, those building blocks, and then we're going to feed it from the top. So let's tab and stone, stone, sure. I'll just give it all my stone. Actually, not all of it, not all of it. We do need raw stone for some other things. So we just need to put our claws on this line. And I think one of each is just fine. Let's see, is it working? No? Hello? Ah, you know why? Because no electricity. Let's fix that. Okay, let's get that one there and then just go down here to there. And there it goes. It is now working. Now then, we have other issues though. We need more claws. Let's get some more of these guys. 10, sure. Let's go with 10. Do we need more rails? We have 17 rails, so let's add a couple more wind generators, 1 and 2. See that now it's player is too far. Let's put one over there. Not player is too far, but this is going to interfere with this mining up here. I think what I'm going to do is put it over here and then extend the rails in different ways. So with this, there's a way that I can do this. We can either extend the rail, which means extending the delivery time for the entire thing, or we can put down a single rail here, leave 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can't do that either. Okay, we need to extend the rail. Well, we'll do it on this one. I'll show you on that one. It's much easier. So click this, outgoing. Let's add another claw at least. Let's add 2 claws just to make sure. And I'm going to go ahead and dig this stuff. Oopsies. We're now kind of like in the land of like, oh gee, I forgot to put some way to get back up. But we can put those platforms down, which is going to be pretty nice. We can also make a couple little stairs here just for leaping up. So for here, we can make something quite sneaky. We need a box, which again, I don't have. Oh geez, it's still making 7 of these things. Okay, let's make box next. Let's go to 0. I hate wasting the time on a craft. It's like, no, please don't. Let's make 5 boxes. Wow, these are so expensive. Jeez, so much time taken as well. All right, let's get our ingots. Maybe that will help. I don't know if it's crafting from raw or from ingots. I think it might be from raw. That's probably why it took so long. But this is cool. Look at this. We now have 7 more structure supports. So this is already automated. All we had to do is dump our stone in there and life is better. Ooh. Wow, these are not crafting very fast, are they? Yep, not good. Okay, we do have 1 box, which is great. So we're going to start this process here. And what we can do with this box is put this 2 away. 1, 2, like right there. Because this guy can output to a rail, which is further than I thought. Okay, let's delete the box again. Actually, what we can do is we can just extend that carrier rail 1 tile. There we go. I think that's better. On this one, I think it has to be that close-ish. Yeah, I think that's right. Yep, there we go. So we can extend this and save transportation time of the claws just by extending, putting a box in between it, and we save 3 tiles, which is quite nice. So there we go. There we go. Yay. You go output there. Yeah, that's fine. And then box here is going to be happily giving out plenty of energy packs there. Do we have enough claws for this? I don't think so. I think we probably need... Let's see if these fill up. Maybe. Maybe we have enough. I don't know. Let's put another one on that line anyway. Okay. Structural supports. Yay. Hooray. Okay. Very good. So now comes the tricky bit. It's like, what do we automate next? Because we have so many things that are impossibility for us. So the game tells us, yes, we're on the area of the algae. Yeah, we need to attract people to live here. Okay. Let's go back to 1. Okay, so now you've learned the basics of electrical power and auto crafting. Use the smelters to craft ingots automatically. We've done that. Okay, smelters need ground or side support. Use basic component builder to craft intermediate components that will help you craft more machines, rails, carrier, and power conduits. So I think maybe that's the next thing that we should set up, is for crafting our own rails and for crafting claws. Let's see, the carrier claws, they need a rail to actually function. This simple transmission box needs copper ingots, bearings, which need iron ingots. This is a massive undertaking to make a claw. So I think we'll focus on things like the carrier rail first, and then we'll do the basic circuits, which they need both of these things. So we might consider setting up the carrier rail. Let's see, let's look at that one. Carrier rail, oh, actually both. They both need copper and iron. So that might be something we will think about setting up in the next episode. So anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. I feel like we've gotten a really good start to our game here, and hopefully those dangerous things won't get us soon. I think they only come once we have several survivors living here. So anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.